Survival is one of the most demanding game genres, and its popularity has grown in recent years. Graphics and plot are two of the most significant aspects of games, but game mechanics are the most vital in survival games. Hello and welcome to RetroCade. Today we'll talk about the top 10 games with the best survival mechanisms. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to not miss any videos.
On behalf of the government,
Players kept busy.
Starting at number 10, we have a Microsoft exclusive, Grounded. To put it simply, unlike most of the survival games, which is horror survival, this one is more like fun survival. This is perhaps one of the more unique takes of the genre on this list, so it won't be for everyone, but it deserved a mention. Shrunk down to the size of an insect, you find yourself tiny and alone, wandering around a typical family garden. Given your size, what once was a small patch of grass now seems like the Amazon jungle, and obviously, a lot more danger awaits you than you'd first expect. Using the surrounding resources, like grass and dew, you must scramble to survive as predators seek you out. These predators include the likes of ants, birds, spiders, and more. As a microscopic version of your former self, Grounded grants you an entirely new perspective of taking a stroll around your garden, and also hosts a new approach to the survival genre.
Oh! And weapons!
Next at number 9, we have State of Decay 2, another Microsoft exclusive developed by Undead Labs and published by Xbox Game Studios. The game is a sequel to the first. If you're new to the series, you should realize that it's all about surviving and controlling your resources. You must form a Walking Dead-style group of survivors who will be bound up in a base camp. To survive, you must manage the camp by keeping survivors well-fed, rested, pleased, and loaded with ammo. So grinding is the most important component of the game. The decisions you make are important because they help you live and manage your camp. Enemy types and variety aren't great, but it becomes interesting when you have to deal with more than one freak. In human encounters, you can either negotiate or fight. This game's co-op or multiplayer mode is quite enjoyable. It becomes less dull and lonely, and more video gamey fun. Overall, it's an okay survival game to play. Keep in mind that even after numerous major updates and patches, you may encounter some minor issues.
It's the greatest weapon we have.
Next we have Minecraft. You may have heard of it. It is perhaps the best and most popular survival game of all time. Building and breaking blocks is not for everyone, but for those who enjoy it, it is an absolutely charming blocky experience. Minecraft usually starts with nothing and subsequently destroys the surrounding environment to gather and craft materials. You construct your base, slaughter some animals for food, and then descend into the mines. With the recent Caves update, exploring the mines for diamonds and iron has never been more fun. It is entirely up to you whether you invite friends, join public servers, or go battle the Ender Dragon alone. In any case, Minecraft is alive and well, and creator Mojang simply keeps releasing new stuff. Sure, this content takes a long time to appear, but it's generally well worth the wait. But if you can't wait, there are always tons of mods you can try. Raft is ranked 7th. During Raft, you'll find yourself alone at sea, with nothing but the clothing on your back and the modest wooden raft on which you're standing. While you can plunge into the water and explore all it has to offer, you probably won't get very far. The goal here is to survive, maintain your new house, and go on adventures to nearby islands in order to get more resources and food to keep you and your raft going. Sharks, seagulls, and other creatures abound, all attempting to wreck your raft, making Raft anything but peaceful at times. The developer is always collaborating with the community to deliver players a game that they enjoy. The final chapter was recently released, concluding the overarching tale in this title and introducing new things that players had been anticipating for a long time. If you want to go on a vacation, hop on Raft. Even when it's the most frustrating, it's all worth it when you have a raft to be proud of. It's even more enjoyable with buddies. Subnautica is ranked 6th. In Subnautica, you're alone and lost, but this underwater setting is far more soothing than the other survival games on this list. Subnautica is distinct because to the setting, and the developer is constantly collaborating with the community to create one of the best exploration games available. You may explore the waters from your submersible, which is more bright and active than you might anticipate. As you acquire materials and resources while dealing with some incredible-looking sea creature opponents, you'll finally be able to leave your submarine and begin building on the ocean floor. You might even end up with your very own Atlantis before you realize it. As with other survival games, you must first look after yourself before you can craft. You'll need to replenish your supplies of food and water, as well as air. Subnautica is a simple survival game that is ideal for those of us who enjoy deep-sea exploring. No Man's Sky comes in at number 5. No Man's Sky is the ideal survival game for individuals who enjoy exploring huge stretches of space, upgrading their ships, and interacting with aliens. It's absolutely up to you if you want to pursue the primary story of the game, which is far more developed now than it was previously. However, you will eventually be free to traverse the space on your own. You locate hidden research crates all over the place to spend on better, nicer things, such as cooler walls for your base or operation stuff that you make. There's just a greater emphasis on materials. There are a plethora of beautiful planets to explore, creatures to bond with or fight, and surprises abound in No Man's Sky. Get yourself decked out in No Man's Sky for galaxy hopping and a vast universe at your fingers. It's a grind, but it's a brutally scenic one. Multiplayer is also available. You can team up with others to complete quests. At number 4 we have Conan Exile. Conan Exiles thrusts players into a brutal world of swords and sorcery, challenging them to survive and build a civilization from scratch. Set in the Conan the Barbarian universe, this open-world survival game offers a rich lore, detailed character customization, and a wealth of opportunities for exploration. Conan Exiles shunts you into the Hyborian Age as everyone's favorite barbarian looks to duff people up and avoid death. The most role-playing friendly, thematic game on the list by quite a long shot. The setup is largely familiar: grow crops, build settlements, club enemies to death. But Conan has a back-of-the-box bullet point that none of the competition can claim: human sacrifice. Should you be able to wrestle someone to an altar and butcher them, you can invoke the favor of the gods and shift the balance of power your way. That unique concept sets Conan Exiles apart from the pack. Next at number 3, we have Ark: Survival Evolved. Ark isn't just the best dinosaur survival game you can buy, it's arguably one of the greatest dinosaur games ever made. After all, prehistoric beasties make everything better. This survival game fills every edge of the template: punch trees to get wood, use wood to build shelter, kill animals to find food, inevitably die because you forgot to drink water. Yet Ark transcends the typical survival game pattern by including leathery leviathans that both want to hunt and eat you, but with some perseverance, you can also tame and ride. What's more, cold wars rage between mega tribes as they seek dominance over their world. Your character has RPG-like stats, and you can head into the world to hunt sci-fi secrets that offer a little more incentive to play rather than just stay alive. Sons of the Forest is ranked second on our list. If you prefer survival games with a good plot and you appreciate horror, The Forest will undoubtedly have been on your radar at some point. This fantastic indie horror film received a sequel 9 years later. The game continues the story of the Forest events, with new characters to meet and threads of this island's terrifying story to unravel. Sons of the Forest combines survival and horror, and it also offers a fascinating, optional narrative to follow. This game, like many of the survival games on this list, shines well when played with others. Friends are also great for dealing with cannibals and mutants, so you don't have to, if you can persuade them to do so. The game is still in early access on Steam, so there will be plenty of updates to look out for while sorts out any kinks. And first in our list is Rust. This grim tale of endurance has become infamous for its naked men. Rust's strong point is construction. As you gather materials from its wilderness, you can begin to lay down a variety of items in a Sims-like manner, creating your perfect rural retreat by slotting together floors, walls, staircases, and windows. Rust underwent a massive overhaul that saw most of the original game scrapped in favor of a slightly new approach and completely new base code. The change ripped out quite a lot of the game's core features, such as zombies and rad towns, but over time they've gradually been reapplied alongside new ideas. Rust remains one of the most played games on Steam. While there are many servers where the traditional shoot-on-sight mentality exists, Rust has plenty of havens for those looking for a more civilized lifestyle. You can find player-created towns, complete with attempts at government, trading, and even prisons. It's one of the nicest reminders that if people pull together and share their resources, fantastic achievements can be made. Well, that's it for this video. Tell us your favorite survival game in the comments. See you on the next video.